All right. How many of you here don't get enough sleep at night? Oh, wow, every hand goes up. I'm with you. Brain fog, anybody? Not quite as many, but yeah. Those of us that aren't so young, maybe. And how about relying on caffeine to get you through? Yeah. Well, we want to do a little research. So we went out to Frankfurt, Germany to see how we can get our energy more dialed in.
I didn't know that a smartphone is so dangerous for your health.
When you have electromagnetic exposure in the brain, you have also large activations in the prefrontal cortex, and this is one of the instances in the brain that causes psychological discomfort. And if you use quantum upgrade, these frontal activities disappeared, and as we also can see from the 3D model, there is no significant activity in the limbic system anymore.
I'm a professional boxer. I train 6 days a week, twice a day. After Monday in the morning, I feel I have a car accident, And now I go to the next training session. I do the world championship and say, yes, I'm on, I'm there, I'm on fire, I can give 100%.
From all these studies and measurements we have observed, it was successful in every participant.
I use it every day. Every single day. I can feel the different frequency. If you go to the training, you have to be on fire, you have to be on. You need all your energy. But after the training, you have to quick reset yourself, calm down, because the next training is 5-6 hours later. And after the break, you have to give the 100% again. I tried a lot of things, and this is unique for me.
I'd like to welcome the founder of Quantum Upgrade, Philipp von Holtzendorff-Fehling. Philipp, welcome. Good to see you. So, how did you develop this technology?
So we had developed the technology that can imprint pure quantum energy into any object, and from there the vision was, how could we develop something that would provide anyone with a customized quantum field over distance? And so we built a system indeed that is capable of doing that, and it has been stress tested all over the world with by now over 20 different studies, over 14 placebo-controlled trials.
Maybe we ought to define quantum energy. And you mentioned entanglement, which is essentially if you measure a quantum electron spin in your body, say, and then go to some galaxy far, far away, those electrons are entangled magically, so-called.
So the quantum energy is the energy behind the matter, and it's nothing artificial. It's the same energy we have in each of our cells, and that is why if we have high concentrations of that we can leverage, it recharges our battery. It literally is so harmonious with the human cells that everything tends to go into balance.
Can you explain how it works?
It's really hard to explain, but we have a system and we need a unique identifier of someone or something that we can place into this system. Let's say if we wanted to put a car into this system, and then we would need a unique identifier of that car. That would be the make, the model, the VIN number of that car. And then as soon as we place it into the system, that car is literally in the field.
Well, we send staff out to do these pieces, and our director lives in England, so he went to Germany for us to produce this piece. And while he was there, he was so impressed with what he saw, he became one of your subjects. And I want to interview him and see what he saw. Brian Hanford, come on in. He's our director. I know he doesn't like TV. Have you ever been on TV before?
That's why I'm behind the camera.
Yeah, okay. But thank you for coming out and sharing this with us. And you went out not expecting to really be an enthusiast.
No, I mean, to be honest, at the end of the day, it's the job we do. We go to these different places and, we film these things. And I was just there thinking this was part of the job, part of the show. It's easy to be wowed on the show with my medical knowledge being pretty low. But when I was out there, being able to talk with Dr. Lenz and also, of course, Natalie, boxing champion, and how they were, but also seeing the results, I'm not even joking, we do these tests, we see the brain scans, and right then and there, I went and called my wife and was like, I'm signing us up for this. We're doing this now because it blew my mind, literally.
So Phil, was it EEG they're monitoring? And
It's actually the most advanced EEG system on the market.
Okay.
256 channels,
Okay.
so we couldn't even find something like that in the US. They can look deep into the limbic system and visualize every part of the brain and
Interesting.
see what happens. You can see the significant stress happening, for example, from a 5G call where everything is lit on fire, basically. Like when people say you're getting your brain fried when you're in an electric car or you're having your phone near, that is literally what's happening, and the brain is stressed. Now with our technology, we figured out on how to completely neutralize that.
so Brian, that you don't read EEGs, but you
No, I do
saw
not.
but you saw the change.
Natalie has a phone right by her ear.
Yeah.
And you look at the imaging from it, and there's all kinds of colors and activity going on. We were watching the actual waves, and they're just going nuts. And then a few buttons were clicked in a different room, turning on Quantum Upgrade, and you watch the same thing again, and there's nothing.
And
It's
so
all calm.
you signed up for it.
Immediately.
And
Myself, my wife, and my house. Now, don't ask me how it works. My mind's in a pretzel about it still,
but it's mostly protecting us from electromagnetic stuff.
So it improves the cellular function, as has been shown in multiple randomized clinical trials, double-blind. It improves the blood quite significantly within minutes. It also improves the nervous system. What also gets measured there at this institute is the heart rate variability, which is linked to the autonomic nervous system. And then it improves the brain so that anxiety can go down, clarity of the mind really increases, and it de-stresses the brain. Everyone lives in an EMF soup, and we have created a medical breakthrough, to be honest, that can combat the negative effects of electromagnetic fields that we all live in every day, every single day. But we don't have to tear down the 5G towers or throw our phones away. We can literally use them, but have something that neutralizes the negative effects.
Well, Philip, we appreciate you telling us about it. And did you invent this? Were you part of the invention?
Yes.
Well, thank you for doing so. And Brian, thank you for being our guinea pig. You'll have to report back to us on how much improvement or what you've noticed, that kind of thing. It's very interesting. So if any of the rest of you want to find out more about this, you just go to quantumupgrade.io. Again, to quantumupgrade.io, and then stick around. We've got more ways to help you upgrade your health next.